The fitness industry has created unfair body expectations for men. But let's see how we can change this and get rid of the insecurities, make a change to our lifestyle, health and physique. Let's find out how the fitness community can be a good environment and motivate you to do change. Work out, eat healthy, keep grinding. Find out how the power of fitness can make an immense impact on yourself.
Definitely, if you're new to fitness, you can get into it. You can achieve most of your goals, but there is also unrealistic expectations of people to look a certain way or to achieve these unachievable goals. So I would say for the most part, you can reach the expectations set, but it's all personal to you. Gym doesn't have one effect. In fact, I would say that it definitely helps the mentality more than anything, because the fact that you can get up and go to gym is enough to get you out of bed, get you going, but it gives you that drive for the rest of everything you do. So for instance, being able to finish a workout, that mentality, you can transfer that to absolutely anything. You can put that in a work setting. Maybe it's not as severe, or maybe it is, but regardless, you can set the same mentality and finish a task. So it definitely helps mentally. Physically, it has its benefits as well. Obviously, you want to tone, you want to lean like body, you want to grow mass, you want to lose weight. However you want to take it, you can achieve those goals with gym, and it leads to a longer, healthier lifestyle.
How do I think a man should look like? That's an interesting question, because every man is different, they're built differently. So I think it's more of a question of how a man should feel like. And I think in that context, if you feel good about yourself, if you feel happy, if you're doing something you love every single day, and you know your health is moving in the right direction, that's all that matters. Looks, you shouldn't care about looks too much. Obviously looks do matter to some people, but the most important thing is that you know you're eating the right things, you're putting in the right things, and you're doing the right things every single day. That obviously makes you happy. So how a man should look is not as important as how a man should feel. If he feels healthy, if he feels strong, if he feels confident, then he's good to go.
Body shaming, I think it's all too prominent in this day and age, regardless of how people go about tackling it. It still is very much a real thing, and while maybe I don't experience it personally, I definitely have seen it vast amounts throughout my life. And I think that gym is, depending on what gym you go or where you go, I think it's a place where everyone kind of just gets on, knuckles down. They don't really focus on each other. So I don't think body shaming happens within the gym, because everyone's focused on a goal.
Most of my body shaming has came from myself, because I didn't like the way I looked before. You know, I was heavy, you know, my face looked bloated. I was always like into fitness, but I never took my diet too serious. You know, I always had the confidence, you know, like if I really wanted to lose weight, I can lose it. But I noticed that I had a lot of like anxiety and depression within me, and obviously my looks contributed to that factor. So I body shamed myself hard, and I done everything in my power every single day to rebuild. And I've got a couple friends to thank for that during the lockdown that got me into calisthenics, you know. So yeah, I'll say I was my biggest body shamer, so to call it, if that's a word.
Social media definitely plays a massive role in how people perceive themselves. You think you have angles, perfect lighting, different perspectives, everything like that, just to create this illusion of perfection. And you have all this software that alters how you physically look. Just with a click of a button, you become someone new. So I definitely think that social media plays the biggest role in perception and body shaming and how you perceive yourself. There is definitely good sides to social media. With everything, there's also bad sides as well. But for the most part, I would say the motivational side is definitely a key factor. I know that personally myself, I've been scrolling away on certain social medias and seen something that's quite, energetic, quite gives me the drive to want to work out or to go and do something. So there's definitely that. There are definitely good points, and there's people being open about their, say, steroid usage or their ways of quote unquote cheating. I think being open definitely encourages people that it opens people's eyes to the unrealistic expectations. But I still think social media is quite, to use for lack of a better word, a toxic place, especially if you're starting going gym work and you see all these people that have these perfect bodies and things. It's not a nice place to be to start with.
Do you know what? When I was growing up, body shaming, I'd say, was a thing. Obviously, you see girls more gravitate towards the six-pack abs and all of that kind of stuff, and you want to be in that category of a popular guy. Some people, like me, I was a chubby guy in school and I was happy with myself, you know what I mean? But it's only when I started to realize that people respect the slim guys more, the fit guys more. So I think when you're young, it's important in terms of your confidence, in terms of your mental health is very important when you're young. And obviously social media is making it even more challenging. So I think the most important thing is to start developing habits when you're early. You want to start, and I think it's a lot of responsibility for parents as well. You got to start eating the right things, doing the right things. But it's important to educate kids on these kind of habits, like exercising, eating the right foods, that will obviously transition as to when they get older.
My motivation to go gym is like the people who I hang out with. Like there's people I know from secondary, from college, that all over that go gym, and they've told me like how they were in my situation where they were overweight and they've started going gym and they've had like a massive glow up and they've like changed their lives and are like all skin and got muscles now because the gym motivates them to like believe in themselves and to like not give up and don't let anyone like let them down. My experience from body shaming, it goes back for a few years when I was in primary. About when I was 9, I started getting body shamed, and back then I didn't understand what was going on, so I just like laughed about with it. Thought it was like a bit of a joke. I didn't understand, but then as I grew up, I then realized what was going on and that they had body shamed me since secondary. I decided it's like I don't want to be fat shamed anymore, and I want to lose weight and make it to the top.
If you want to have a healthy lifestyle, and it is not a must, it's not necessary to go gym, but it's still good because you have a goal in mind and you're kind of chasing it, but at the same time remember that don't get too carried away. Like don't do more than your limit. That will amount to no progress and you will stay in the same spot. The ideal body standard is usually what people think, like the majority, which think is like the influencers one, very lean, very shredded, which is really hard to achieve, which shouldn't even be the ideal body standard because it's very hard. You have to be under a lot of medication, supplements, and unnatural things which are like bad and poisonous to your body. But if you keep on training for several years, have a balanced diet, kind of it helps with your mental health as well, and kind of becomes a pattern. So the ideal body standards is what you make of it and what you want to be like. Like, there is not a specific type of body that you should be.
People like would use steroids to benefit themselves, but like it's a drug, so it's like you can get addicted to it, and it could cause like side effects towards you. So I wouldn't recommend full on to use steroids, because like steroids is like if you don't use steroids, you'll like be more independent instead of relying on a drug to like change your life. And and when it comes to the fitness industry and how it motivates, it does motivate a lot, as if you think about it, people who go to gym and do fitness, they could have like a backstory or context to why they're going gym or why they're changing their lives, because something could have happened to them in their past lives and they don't want it to happen to them in the future or in the present. If you feel insecure about going gym, just like treat it as your second home, because I was in that situation when I first went gym. I was like, I didn't want to go because it was a different environment to where I was at the time. Because I remember when my friends told me about gym, they like wanted me to go with them, and I thought, a part of me wanted to go, but part of me didn't want to go at the same time, because I was like very anxious about in case anyone across the gym were to like body shame me. But overall, it does take time to feel less insecure, and now when I go gym, I don't feel that insecure and I feel confident going into the gym. And my motivation for when you're going is like, just don't let anyone let you like put you down. Like, just focus on yourself. Don't let no one say things that will like make you quit instantly. Just go on, just don't give up.
You see all these guys looking well toned, well fit, you know, they could do anything, all their social activities. That's what I'm trying to aim for. There was a time, I mean, I'm still big, but I was a lot bigger than this, right? I decided to go, I just hated the way I looked. So I came to the gym, I changed up. I've been going to the gym for a real since last year even. And it's been a massive improvement. I feel better now, I feel strong. I love the feeling of getting stronger. I love the feeling, I love the way I look in the mirror. Whenever I look in the mirror, I feel more confident, I feel proud. When you look at social media, you see a lot of guys doing fitness and stuff, but at the same time, there's a lot of people out there that don't go to the gym, that look like they have no interest of going into the gym. All right, they promote obesity, overweightness, that it's okay to be overweight. That's not okay with me. All right, it's not just about, you know, having a perfectly great body and stuff like that. It's more about, you know, just feeling good about yourself. All right, people can use liposuction, they can go get surgery to remove all the fat, but for me, it's just about feeling good about myself. Right? Every time I come to the gym, I love the aspect of me getting stronger, me looking better. All right, I was tired of looking the way I was before, and I'm changing all of that. You know, I've met lots of great people here who's giving me nice advice, not just about how to use the equipment, but how to eat well, what you can do when you're not at the gym. You know, all this stuff, it all helps, you know, coming back. You know, it's a routine. It's a routine, but you have to be really dedicated to come here and you know, just to work. You know, just going once a week isn't. I come here every day when I can. You know, 3 hours I spend at a gym. I go home, I eat well, I sleep, I come back, and the same again.
The positive sides to gym culture, for example, one, helping each other with sets, for example, or there are going to be a lot of people that are helpful towards you. They're gonna leave the machine for you to use, and very open about topics, and if they have any suggestions, a lot of people will try to help you, which is a really good thing. This is what we like to see in gym culture, which should be like the natural things, like the natural order. It shouldn't be this toxic. But as well, it's improving. Gym culture is improving as we move forward. But yeah, definitely should be more open. Social media is definitely putting forward unachievable standards, and I'm talking about influencers in particular. Like most of them, they have to look good, they have to find new content, and they find the dumbest workouts, like new workouts for you to do, which I think personally it's really dumb, because first of all, you have to have experience, and the best thing you can do like to train everything is like stick to the basics. It might seem boring, but what you might see on social media, people are doing it for views, for likes, and because they are not getting enough. And putting forward some new kind of weird exercise is going to give them exactly that attention that they need. And you know, this is how algorithm works. So one of the influences that actually, like, I would say personally, that have actually a good impact and talk about like how he actually does it. He's really open about how he uses steroids, how he pushed over the limits, and kind of like how you can improve as well. You see, to use steroids is not just that, okay, if you use them, you're gonna become muscular. Even for steroids, you have to work for it. Of course, it shortens your lifespan. But also, Noel is one of the guys that understands how human body and anatomy works. So it's the advice he gives is really good, and you don't have like a lot of influences like him, but you do, but it's a small majority. It's a very small percentage which is included. So I was scrolling through some comments the other day under a video, an edit of somebody like really like who worked hard, like they were overweight before, and then they did this edit where they are completely shredded, they lost weight. And in this comment section I see this other guy who commented, "Oh, I'm working just like you, one day I'll reach my goal." And this was like in the depths of the comment section. Like I scrolled a bit down, and one of them replied, "Oh yeah, but you'll never get there, not everybody is meant to be." You trust me, don't listen to these people that hate on you, because this is what body shaming, and you know, it eventually leads to body dysmorphia, which is not particularly good, not even for your mental health. So like, just keep the goal in mind, and remember, build up this mentality that you're hammering this on yourself. Keep hammering this mentality that you're not doing it for other people, you're doing it for yourself. But at the same time, realize that there are circumstances you have to be aware of. Just don't get too carried away with gym. Mental health wise, gym is like a really good place where you can kind of like strengthen your mental health. Like it improves improves your mental health in very different ways. Whenever you work out, you're gonna see a huge difference. If you're one of those guys who like kind of like games a lot, like gaming, and sits around in your house a lot, try working out, not necessarily at the gym. Try working out like every day, give it 1 hour or 30 minutes every day, and you're gonna feel this pattern. You're gonna get used to it, and you're gonna feel more than see, like you're gonna feel that it's much better to exercise from time to time than just do nothing, or like do other things that require like mental strength.
I don't think social media is a good representation of people. So you shouldn't compare yourself with people on social media, because most of them, they do it as a job, and they have more time than you to train, and you might let you feel a bit insecure and look at someone else's body. Personally, I do, because I think it makes you happy, makes you more active when you train in the gym. And when after you train, you feel good about yourself, and you want to go again after. I say they shouldn't think about it a lot, because you just go there and just think about yourself. No one else is looking at you. They're not going to compare you with anyone else, so just go for yourself. And yeah, just have fun in the gym. No one's going to body shame you or critique you in anything you do. Everyone's minding their own business in the gym.
I've seen a lot of people who are beginning and they look good. And I think, you know, on apps like Instagram and TikTok, you see a lot of fitness stuff, and a lot of them are beginners. I think that's what's good. There's some of them that obviously it'll take years to accomplish, but the ones that are starting out, those you can look up to, and those are the people that you can, you know, ask questions and work out. I mean, I don't really have too much experience. I've just been here a few months, I think, like from October, September. So the most I've been doing is asking people around and getting advice from them. So I don't really know too much on my own. But the most I could say is, you know, eat properly and just work out, but don't basically do the flashy exercise. Just do what you can, you know, stay with. Yeah, a lot of people I've seen are like intimidated from gym, like, you know, because other people look good and they don't. But I think it's a warm place, a nice place. Everyone's friendly. No one really laughs at you. No one, like, everyone here just cares about themselves. And if you need help, you can just ask. No one will deny you anything, basically. Honestly, for me, when I see other people, it motivates me more, because I know one day I just need to continue what I'm doing and I'll probably end up looking like them. I mean, not probably, I know I will. You just have to keep doing what you do and you'll get there one day. There's no rush. I mean, if you're young, you have all the time you need. Just don't overdo yourself, you know. There's a lot of people who'll help you. You don't need to be afraid. There's people like me. I mean, I'd go out of my way to help, you know, newbies at the gym if they ask me for help. If they want any advice, I mean, I tell them I'm not the best person, but I'd give them what I can.
So I'm close to my body, to my ideal body, but I'm not still at the goal. Still, I'm pretty happy with the results of my whole training, because I gained strength, I lose a lot of fat, I gain muscle. I feel way happier now and stronger. So the thing about social media is there are a lot of social media influencers, fitness influencers, that may be taking steroids. And that's not a bad thing at all. The bad thing is that they don't say it. So you are creating an unachievable body goal to someone who maybe start lifting or doing calisthenics, you know, working out. But on the other hand, you are encouraging someone to finally stand up and doing some work. Saying like, you know, I'm tired of being weak, I'm tired of being fat, I'm tired of being skinny, you know. They're encouraging to change, and that's pretty neat. When you work out, you create this happiness hormone, right? So you feel pretty good physically and mentally. When I was fat, I was body shamed every single day, but not by anybody else, but my parents, even my parents, because they have like different culture and thing. And yeah, they were all the time like, oh, look how fat you are. And yeah, also when I went to the beach and the kids or the moms or anything, some social media influencers, fitness social media influencers, some of the anime I watch, like Dragon Ball Z, like One Punch Man, like Baki, King and Ashura, you know, all of these animes have like buff characters, like, you know, and in certain point I said like, man, I really want to look like this, be strong like this, and I started working out.
So you know, when you're young, I'd say it's the most important part of your journey, because when you get older, it will definitely take you to a level that you can't even imagine. So obviously social media shows a level of standard that people want to get to. So I think it can do both. You can either look at it and be envy, or you can look at it and be motivated. And I think most people, I can't speak for everyone, but I think most people will be motivated because they know the steps that it takes to get to that level. but it's just that they're not, pushing through that. They're not putting in the work. They're not being consistent, and that's what stops them. But other people may be envious and jealous, and it might be a more personal thing. They might see someone who's fit, and the girl that they fancy or whatever might be going to that guy instead of them, so they might feel a bit some type of way, but that should also motivate them. Do you know what I mean? So it depends on what angle you see it in, but I think seeing things on social media in terms of a fit body, a good physique, that should definitely motivate kids to put in the work. Do you know what? In the gym, I notice more people like to focus on themselves. Some people got their own programs, their own way of doing things. So you wouldn't get a lot of encouragement by just being around them. Sometimes you just got to talk to people, ask them questions. But definitely everyone is fulfilling the same goals. They've all got good habits. They're all taking care of themselves and getting fit. So it's definitely a good environment. And you've got to be around people that are doing things that are constructive to their lives. You don't want to be around 100 people that are smoking as opposed to 100 people that are working out. And there's a saying that if you hang around 9 strong people or 9 weak people, you're going to be the 10th one. So it's important to hang around people in the right environment. Definitely 100%. The number one thing I'd say is find your true purpose, because in this life you will always have people come and go. Your friends will not be here forever. Even your close people, like maybe your parents, your girlfriend, they might love you unconditionally, but if you ain't got a true purpose, you'll always feel empty. And if you make the most out of yourself through fitness, through putting in hard work, through showing people what you know is possible, through proving people wrong, and just expressing yourself in the most constructive way as opposed to the most destructive or wrong way, then I encourage you 100% to go into fitness. Just prove your doubters wrong, prove your haters wrong, prove the people who didn't believe in you. And it's funny because you have people around you that might even be talking behind your back. They don't really know you. But if you really show what you're about, you can do that through fitness. And all it takes is hard work, dedication, and believing in yourself. You don't need anyone else to believe in you but yourself. That's all that matters. So you can prove them wrong by doing what you do in the gym. Come back, people will, they'll be shocked. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I say find your true purpose through fitness.
Just come, sign up for a month, see how it is, and if you like it, then stay. I mean, I'm sure you'll stay after a month because you like it, trust me.
I'll say for young people, it's good to start young, because if you start young, you can have advantage in the future. Because a lot of people, they start late in the gym, so it's better to start young.
Everybody has to start somewhere. You start low and you end up with high. It's the way of life in general. You won't walk into a gym and pick up a 40 kg dumbbell and absolutely smash a workout. You will start off low and work up, but you will get there. You just have to trust the process.
Trust me, nobody, absolutely nobody's going to judge you if you are starting in the gym, like if you're fat, if you're too skinny, if you add anything. The thing is, you are going to the gym, you are doing the change, you know? You are not sitting on your ass all the day and doing nothing. You're starting to doing something. So that counts more than anything else.
If you're a young person watching or listening to this, remember that there is always space for you at the gym, at home. There is no excuse that you can't work out, because there's always a way. And even if it's not workout, you can go for a 20 minutes jog every day, which helps burn so much fat. So just do. The time is now. There is no tomorrow.
You know, it's a life-changing experience. All right, it's not just because if you've got Snapchat or Twitter or Facebook or anything stuff like that, you can see all the weight loss. I don't know if you guys got that, but I've seen all of that, and I'm just inspired to do so. All right, there'll be one guy who weighs like 600 pounds, and next thing you know, he'll be weighing 100 pounds with a well-toned, well-sculpted body, and that's really inspiring, because if they can do it, then I can do it, then you can do it. You know, everyone can do this. This weight loss, muscle building, it really isn't that difficult. It really isn't that difficult for anyone. You might think it is, but mentality-wise, you just gotta go for it.
Nobody's going to body shame you. Actually, they are going to help you. The thing is, we all start in some point. There's no point on be ashamed if you start as fat, as skinny, as weak, it doesn't matter.